and this will be more individually focused coaching. So we're gonna approach this from the perspective of Pulse 5. Looks like an interesting game, 79 minutes, very long game. Yeah, it says mid lane, but I assume you guys just swap roles. Everyone kid for everything. So looks like a Pulse 5 Oracle, Pulse 4 Lina. Ooh, actually I had to try it on recipe, but no one made it. So yeah, we're approaching this from a Pulse 5 perspective. Now, I'm just gonna make sure the replay actually works. Okay, the replay works, nice. So, first let's talk about the draft. Obviously, this is where we decide a huge amount of, what you're gonna do in the game, how you're gonna approach the game. Now, as a pulse you picked early, so this looks like a very good Oracle game, which is kind of surprising because you picked it so early. So what is Oracle good against? First of all, he's a backliner, so he's good against immobile heroes and he's bad against mobile heroes. Right, the way to deal with Oracle is to jump him. And looking at their heroes, Viper, Necro, very similar, both immobile and no way of jumping. The only hero that can jump you is Earth Spirit. Now Earth Spirit is actually pretty decent against you because of the silence, right? He can not only get close, but then he can also silence you as well as the guy is going on, which might make it difficult for you to get your spells off. But that's only the case until you get Lens, you get the cast range talent, and then the geomagnetic grip. The range on it is quite low. Let's actually check exactly how much it is on this thing. So yeah, the range on grip is okay. It's not as low as I thought. It's 1.1k cast range, but still, when you get your lens and your talent and the range on your spells, it becomes a lot bigger. So it gets pretty easy to outrange the silence. The next thing, Oracle is very good against magic damage because it's the only hero that can grant someone 100% magic resistance. It's not a magic immunity, but magic resistance. So obviously very good against magic damage, right? Not necessarily disables, but damage. So especially in the case of Necro. Let me just especially in the case of Necro. I mean, Necro is just straight up not fun to play against the Oracle because all his spells do magic damage, and like Reaper Scythe, you have like literally just press Fate's Edict, it does 0 damage. If you look at the damage on their team overall, Viper is largely magic, Earth Spirit is entirely magic, Witch Doctor is mostly magic, just the Death Ward is physical, and Enchantress has some pure. So again, very good Oracle game because you prevent a large part of their damage. The next thing is Oracle wants teammates that actually go in, right? So Oracle kind of enables someone. You have good nuke potential early on, but after that, you're basically just enabling someone to go into the fight, sustain, right? But you don't actually do that much yourself to the enemy, right? You just help your guy. So that's where you want a hero that goes in, and you have both PA and Wind Ranger are pretty good for that. For you to enable. You can jump in, you back them up, especially a carry that buys Satanic. It's pretty busted because Satanic already overheals you, like heals you for more than your max HP. If we add Oracle Ulti on top of that, which doubles that heal, it's like you can see this as instead of 200% lifesteal, 400% lifesteal, right? The chance of dying is minimal. Like your effective HP becomes like 10k or something on that carry, as long as they're able to hit. Next cool thing about Oracle is also the offensive Dispel, Fortune's End, which is very useful against Necro and purging his Ghost form, which is really nice. So yeah, definitely a great Oracle game and lots of play potential for you. Now, next thing I want to look at lineups, right? We started with the general questions. Let me just check real quick. Yo, Will, what's up? So we want to start with the general questions, like which team has the better late game, right? So we got PA scales really well. Underlord scales very well. Wind Ranger quite well. So pretty solid late game cores. Lina, support Lina so. He didn't actually buy Ags, which is like the main way. Oh no, he has consumed Ags. My bad. Yeah. So support Lina also scales decently. On the enemy team, Earth Spirit falls off. Witch Doctor, decent late game with the ult. As long as you don't have a cancel for it, which you guys kind of do. Like, he didn't even buy a BKB. Although if he did, you have Abyssal, but like even just Alina should be able to stun him. Both Necro and Viper, they scale decently, but they're just very similar. Honestly, Enchantress is as well. Like, just they have very little mobility, and they kind of work the same way. Especially Viper and Necro, just like slow magic damage heroes with like lots of AoE and stuff. They get countered by the same thing, which in this case Wind Ranger, definitely counters them. I guess Wind Ranger had a rapier and dropped it, because I'm not sure why so little items for that net worth. So I think you guys are definitely comfortable going into the late game. Although Viper is obviously annoying for PA with the break, like removing her evasion. On the other hand, it's not like the evasion really matters here because they're mostly magic damage heroes. So I think you guys definitely have the better late game. And yeah, you have no issues playing for that. Now the next thing you want to look at is the cores on the enemy team and the cores on your team. Which core is most likely to be an issue for you, and which core, like for the enemy team, so who you want to pressure, and which core on your team you want to play around and enable. That's the other thing. So that's generally going to be, like we talked about, not the farming core, because they're going to farm regardless. It's going to be the active core, the active and or the frontline core. So in this case, the active core is obviously Wind Ranger, the frontline core is Underlord. Those are the two you want to focus on helping as soon as you get out of the laning stage. And from the enemy team, you have lots of answers for Necro, like pretty heavy magic damage. Everyone but PA does quite a bit of magic damage. You have a built-in purge for his ghost form, so PA can also lay in the damage. So I would say Necro is not going to be an issue at all. Viper, again, the break is annoying, but he's pretty useless against Wind Ranger. She has max evasion and you just burst him. I would say, if anything, Enchantress as a core, I'm assuming as a core here, might become the biggest issue, just because she does the most damage. Right? She's quick, unlike these two, and she does a lot of pure damage, which is an issue for Underlord. Like, he's trying to frontline, and raining the impetus is an issue for Underlord. Bonus factor here is that both Viper and Necro farm really quickly, so trying to pressure them is not gonna be that effective. Where the Enchantress farms slow, like it's much harder for Enchantress to recover from a bad start. And the other key point obviously is if you want to push, it's not going to be Ancient defending, it's going to be the Necro defending most likely, or the Viper. But because you have the better late game, you're not really focused on pushing anyway. So game plan should be get what you can on the top lane. PA should go for Battle Fury first item, because if she gets farmed, it's going to be easy. And you try and enable the Unlords early game, so he's able to have a good time. So looking from the item timings, that's definitely not what happened. Okay, already here I can see like a lot of, I feel like, not to be, you know, like extreme, but I think pretty much almost everyone went for a bad build, not the best build. So first of all, let's start with Wind Ranger. I don't see a reason to get Maelstrom this game. I can get that he wants an early BKB, but then just keep a casual Javelin. Right, the cores that he's trying to kill, right, you kill Ench without Maelstrom. Viper has magic resistance, you don't need Maelstrom, doesn't make sense. Necro, it's about whether you can hit him or not. With the Ghost form, again, Maelstrom doesn't really change anything. Better just keep a casual Javelin. The fact that he went BKB second, then went back for the MKB again, just could have been a straight MKB rush into BKB, or Javelin into BKB, then MKB. Yeah, the sequence of items is kind of weird. Also, don't see any value of the phase boots when majority of their damage is magical. The only reason to buy phase is for the armor. They have pretty much like 90% magic damage and pure. So I don't see how the armor from phase helps. Should be either treads or just brown boots. Yeah, we are focused on you though, so we're just gonna quickly go over it. The vessel on Nina's cool, but just re-wants an Netherlands. Should be rushing Netherlands, not like 50-minute Netherlands. That's pretty ridiculous. The whole point of this supporting is the stun, so you want to first item Netherlands most of the time. Underlord, we can see, got really screwed over on the lane. I mean, he got 13-minute mana boots and his first major item pipe at 21 minutes. That's super slow timings for a hero that farms fast. So yeah, that really not sure about that. I would imagine he had a rough time. That's like I mentioned here, you want to be kind of enabling. BA looks like also lost the lane. I mean, let's take a look at player net worth. Yeah, so they won the lanes, all the lanes basically. Only Wind Ranger was doing okay, but still not winning mid, which she should have been. PA went for an early game build for some reason, right? Like I said, it should have gone just Battle Fury so that she can farm and, you know, out carry these guys easily. It takes a little bit. Actually went for not farming items. I wonder if he at least took the cleave talent. Yeah, I did take at least the cleave talent, but blur evasion, really? The alternative is minus armor, right? Why would you? Yeah, like extra minus armor. Why would you get the blur evasion when did Enchantress get MKB? 27 minutes in, and where did PA hit level 20? Yeah, like almost 10 minutes later, and took blur evasion. Makes no sense. Maybe it's the reverse thing. It's showing the. Could be a replay bug, I guess, where it's showing the other one. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see in the replay. Yeah, and as for you, you rushed Glimmer Cape, which I can get behind. Like I said, they have a lot of magic damage, so it's effective against all their heroes. There's no one else invis on your team, so not like they had incentive to buy detection before that. Forcing out dust, that's great. yeah, very, very solid first choice. What I don't get though is like you get Boots 14, Glimmer at 16, which is very nice timing. And then it takes you over 20 minutes to get Etherlens. That should not happen. Wards are free, right? And you don't, again, enemies don't have any of his either, so like the sentry spam, definitely not like you should have been that pressured to get sentries and not be able to farm a lens quicker than that, because like we said, it's very important for being able to deal with the Earth Spirit. Skill build, pretty straightforward. I wouldn't take this talent though, this talent is pretty worthless. I mean, literally plus 0.4 seconds. Just max out your spells are very strong, like fuck the talent. And then you actually delayed this talent, which is way stronger, you delayed that one for some reason. Maybe you got 2 level ups here and you just took them both, but yeah, fuck the level 10 talent. You can actually take the level 15 talent before the level 10 talent. Yeah, maxing out the purge is fine. Fortunately, it gives you some wave clear. And it's really not that hard to get farm as Oracle because this Purifying Flames one-shots the range creep. One of the few spells that does like well in like late into the game, so it's definitely not hard to get items as Oracle. After the lens you got 4staff, which again is fine, but I still don't see how it takes you 20 minutes. Like you have to realize like 20 minutes to get 22 minutes to get a 2.3k gold item, that's like 100 GPM. Like literally sitting AFK, you will get the item faster. Same thing with the 4staff. So just means way too much money on sentries. I guess a lot of dying and just not farming, which you should be. I'm sure we're gonna see loads of opportunities to farm places that no one else is farming. For anyone wondering, we're doing replay analysis for a guy that's not currently available. Like the way we do lessons with him is he just watches the VOD later. So yeah, let's actually head into the game now. Check out what happened there. So PA Oracle is a good pairing for later on, like I said, but for the lane, it's a spectacularly weak lane. Insanely bad lane. You start with a stake, loads of regen and a stake. Why? For Necro, you should not start with stake. Only exception is maybe against like Oracle or Bat. Actual spell spammer. Necro is not a spell spammer. This spell has an 8-second cooldown. This is really bad to start with stake. At least get more mangoes so you can spam Fortune's End, which is actually a very good level 1 spell. 100 mana for 120 damage. It's quite good. So you definitely need some mangoes to be able to spam spells. If you wanna focus on the harass or whatever, just get more stats to right click harder. Fairy Fire is pretty nice on Oracle, cheap damage. Save the money for the boots, whatever, just don't start with stick and rush one especially. Like that's not good. So yeah, you have the wrong idea. Like the point of level 1 Fortune's End, like yes, it can root if you channel it. Let's just take a look at the stats. PA 54 damage. It's a low base damage hero. You have 44 damage, one of the lowest base damage heroes. Alright, Necro 54, yes, but this spell is a nuke plus heal, very good for trading. Earth Spirit also low base damage, right? But he also has a nuke. Right, you have a nuke too. Right, you want to use this ASAP, basically. As soon as any hits start, happening, as soon as you just first opportunity, get the cooldown going. The point of using spell level 1 is for the damage. There's no point rooting when no one is gonna hit them. Like maybe if Moon Ranger comes in, it's 3v1, they have reason to run then. That's when you want to channel it for the root. But in a 2v2, they have no reason to run, they're gonna win the trade. So just throw this out as soon as you can. Like an insta cast, no channel at all. So yeah, this lane is, again, like Necro is a strong laner, Earth Spirit is also, Earth Spirit is weak laner, but Necro is strong and you guys are weak as fuck, so they will definitely win this lane. Your best bet here is to secure the first couple range creeps with this 120 damage spell. If you can also harass, that's great, because PA's dagger is very weak level 1. Right, so you should be securing the first couple range creeps, make sure they don't deny it. See, they deny it. What is the reason to not cast your spell here? There is no reason. Oh, you actually ate both branches? Okay, that's... So again, I mean, I'm sorry for being direct and stuff, but there's no way around. This is really, really bad. Okay, when you eat a branch, the tango lasts twice as long. Right, so it's essentially turning one tango into 2 that you're getting in a row. That doesn't heal you twice fast, just lasts twice as long. Okay, you have 6 tangos and a solve. Why would you eat your branch when you have 5 tangos left? First of all, you wanna always save, use the regular tangos, just eat any regular tree. Even if you're gonna eat both branches, you can do that with your last 2 tangos, because now you're losing the stats right away. You spend 50 gold on these stats, you're instantly losing them. Just absolutely no, never eat the branch on your very first tango. You do this on mid, why? Because first of all, you have fewer tangos, generally you get pulled, right? Second, you're far away from any trees on the mid lane. You're literally surrounded by trees here, there's no rush, just eat the fucking tree, right? Don't use the branch. Already talked about how bad it is to start with the stick in the lane like this. Rushing wand, even worse. Eating branch, then rebuying the branch to rush the wand is even worse than that. I'm just really not sure why. Eat all this, and in fact you actually ate the second tango here, so completely wasted the branch that you ate, right? Because you eat it here, get the double duration going. Look how slowly it takes down. This guy rolls on you, not even half duration, and you immediately eat another tango. So it's that's one tango already wasted. Now eat another branch, right? Why? Not even taking damage right now. What's the... You get first blood, this guy's playing super weirdly. I'll buy some mangoes. Here you block the camp, I think. Which I can see some reason for that, their wave shove is a lot better than yours, so it's gonna be hard to actually keep the lane shoved out. I assume this was a misclick. If you're actually planning to use on yourself. There was nothing to purge from yourself, so no reason to use it on yourself. Yeah, that could have actually been a kill if you hit him. So I think you have the wrong idea. Let's go back to before the pause, about what you're trying to do as a support. Trying to enable this PA. Alright, you're trying to give PA a good time. The way you do that is by pulling, so you manipulate the creep wave somehow, or keeping enemies busy, by fighting them. Right here, try to pull, didn't work out. Now you pull this one, he blocks it. See, like you're forcing the Earth Spirit off the lane, so PA is able to farm. Unfortunately, PA then starts chasing the Earth Spirit, which makes no sense. Like, you're doing your job here, but PA is not. PA should be taking these last hits, so okay, whatever. Now, you guys both walk back to the lane. Like, look at this, the initiation of this fight. PA with not full HP, jumping on Necro with full HP, that's a level higher than her. And leading her heavily in last hits. So already here, like you just won death pulls. Necro full HP, PA 2/3. 700 HP, 400. And now you're channeling the root, but why? Like, he has no reason to run. So what if he's rooted? He's just gonna keep right clicking her. Yeah. So here they focus her. So you're trying to fight them when they're stronger, and you shouldn't be. You should be doing more of that, like pulling, trying to manipulate the wave somehow. Think of it this way: even if you're on the lane with her, she's still gonna get zoned because they're stronger even 2v2, even with you there. That's why you want to manipulate the wave, get what you can, and start, you know, having an impact somewhere else on the map. Just repeatedly going on this Necro. I mean, now it works out because, okay, our Spirit disconnected, so you're actually able to run him down. Fair enough. It's very far away, but you know, again, if Earth Spirit is there, that's not gonna work. Again, at this stage of the game, you have mana, especially as you hit level 3. It's a huge power spike. It's a huge power spike for Oracle because this spell does 180 damage, this is 120, so it's a very low cooldown. So the way you want to use them, you know, you do the Fortune's End, you cancel the Fortune's End by casting Purifying Flames, that way you make sure it immediately purges the heal part. So just these two, already 300 damage, and then you follow up with another Purifying Flames, 480 damage at level 3. Is absolutely crazy. So this Necro kill would have been way easier. Right, because you're afraid of using this now because it's gonna heal him, and that's correct. But that's why you should use it with the Fortune's End. And there's again no reason to channel it that long. PA is a chasing carry anyway, so. I don't know if you know about this pull, but you can, in like this tree you already cut, right, at 17, you can pull straight. Okay, as I said, you actually do the pull. It was just a bit earlier, like you want to hit at 17, and then it's gonna work. You managed to get it this way, that's nice. You want to be getting the last hit, so, okay, what is the reason to pull, right? A, for, you know, to deny the wave from your enemy, your own wave, and B, to get extra golden XP on a support that might not, while not stealing it from your carry. Giving your carry soul XP, but still getting something for yourself. So you actually lose the XP and the gold on 2 creeps, especially this big guy, like the troll. It's so much, I don't know why. And like, why would you pull here when the creeps are already under the tower? And then lose out on this huge loss here. And you're just giving actually the Necro some of the camp, like not helping in any way. Yeah, the bomb is not gonna contest it at all. Again, just use the combo, man. 185 mana for 300 damage. So it's so good. It's almost 2 damage per mana. You have 11 1 charges, a mango, and full mana. Like, I'm not sure what you're saving these cooldowns for. And now we're just kind of walking around a lot, not sure what to do. Let's see from which moment. Try to get this pull, Necro contests it. So from 5:05, okay, you chase the Necro a bit. Okay, from 5:10, kind of walking around, you think about going mid. Earth Spirit's here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because your courier, okay, sentry. So you spend a good minute basically doing nothing. So let's check out this moment. I'm gonna go back to what we talk about. I'm not sure that, again, there is nothing to dispel here. The slow lasts a very short amount of time, so I don't know why you're casting it on the PA. You could honestly potentially solo kill the Necro here if he fucks up with his wand. Again, your combo does 480 damage magic with a couple right clicks. This guy had less than 500 HP. So anyway, this moment happens often. At the first bounty runes, you want to be contesting them, first of all. You can go for theirs, and this is also a good moment to rotate. It's a good moment to go mid. You actually look at mid, and you can decide against going there. I'm really not sure why. Let's replay that, check out mid. So you see, okay, Viper's on the high ground, and you decide not to go mid, right? But this is wrong, right? Like, first of all, you're not there yet, right? It's gonna take you like 15 seconds to get there, and the wave is pushing. Second, when Ranger has a bottled DD, again, this guy with the bottle Ranger, I'll be buying bottle Ranger, but whatever, has a bottled DD, and is almost level 6, right? This is a free fucking kill, if you're there. But you walk back. And the next thing is, if you're gonna walk mid, don't walk from your side, just walk from the enemy. Like, there is no, you have to realize, like, it's 5 minutes in, people are on their lanes. You can be here and nothing's gonna happen. Like, what, Viper's gonna leave his lane with his 320 MS with boots to start chasing you? So even if he does, so what? And you're still not gonna die. Like, you have full wand, you have a TP to get out. They have no stuns on Viper, no stun on Necro, one stun on Earth Spirit, which he needs to use to get close. Doesn't even have boots. Like, don't be afraid to play on the enemy half the map. You should be playing on the enemy half the map now. And you're not helping PA anymore. Right, so this part where you're wondering what to do, what you should do is walk here. Get your free kill on Viper. I mean, Winner can save some mana, but it's a free kill no matter what. And just be prepared, like, to do something by being on the enemy off the map. Don't just like chill camps or whatever. This is what we're talking about. Like, you want to play active, make the enemy react to you, not you reacting to the enemy. Don't just like hang around waiting for something to happen. Like, you think, oh, I'm near the PA, like my job is to protect the carry, so I'm gonna do that by hanging out nearby. Like, oh. The only thing, maybe giving him a blink target, but he doesn't actually blink on you, so it doesn't matter. You didn't help him at all here, right? You did nothing for him. I'm gonna replay this moment. Let's see, from 5-10, when you were hitting the Necro a little bit, how long it takes for you to do something that actually helps the PA. Spoiler, you can't help the PA now. Like, PA's job is to farm. You standing behind them, it's actually the opposite of helping. You're taking his XP. No, when you're taking his XP, you're not actually doing anything else on the map, so enemies have no reason to react to you. It was 5-10, right? We said 5 minutes, 10 seconds that it started. So now just walking around. First I can't go. Once again, not using the spell properly. Okay, you guys get this kill. Because Necro's stupid. Once again, just randomly using the Purge. There's nothing to dispel, Maledict is not dispellable. So use the spell on the enemy, not on your PA. And again, he just dies. Like, but it's normal, you didn't like, even if you use the Purge on him, like on Witch Doctor, which you should have, whatever. Like, you're killing the PA by making him go for this Necro kill and taking a million damage in the process. PA needs to farm. You can play with literally anyone but this guy. You should be playing with anyone but the guy that needs to farm. Just let him farm. Let him do his thing. Let him get soul XP. Let him go into the jungle if he wants to, whatever. Go play with anyone else on your team because they're trying to get active. by like going for this kill, like, again, that's what kills the PA. That's what, like, literally going against his game plan. How do you help him by like just sitting around, right? We said 5-10. It's been like 3 minutes now, and you've done nothing to help him. In fact, the opposite. How do you help the PA? You might ask, for example, by going on Viper. Why? Because enemies will probably TP to try and help this Viper. Who's gonna TP first? Probably Earth Spirit. And if Earth Spirit TPs mid, he's not pressuring your PA. Right? Go fuck with the Ench. It's like, oh, it's a carry Ench, I just realized. Okay, then go mess with the Ench or something, right? Help out your Unlord who's actually zoned off the lane 8 minutes in. We said, this is your frontliner, this is the guy you want to enable. Unlord doesn't have a game if he's fucking zoned. If he's behind. You can't frontline and be tanky if you're behind. You gotta help that guy. If he leaves the lane, then take some solo XP, like try to kill this Ench together with Lina. You definitely can. Lina's about to hit level 6. Like I said, your combo now, it does 500 damage. Right, you do 500 damage, Lina's ulti and stuff, like this Ench is dead. Just do something. Don't just sit back and wait for the enemies to go on your PA. Use your Fortune's End to literally no effect because there's nothing to dispel, like I said, from these spells. And then have him die. Like, you have to get rid of this mentality, like, oh, I'm sitting behind. Like, again, just stay going. How are you helping him here? You're not. Even if you had Fate's Edict to dodge out, which you should have, like, you want to, like, not 202, but 112. You want to be 114 at level 7. At least you could dodge some of the magic damage, but probably he will still die. The point is, like, you don't help your allies by standing behind them. It's all like, I'm gonna sit behind my allies, like, yes, that's good later on, right? Like in the mid game, 20-30 minutes in, you have ult, you have Glimmer Cape, you have items to you know, have an impact, you have cast range. But right now, again, you're just making PA's game more difficult, and you're basically not contributing. At least farm this, right? Like, why are you getting out of XP range? Why are you not taking these last hits? Your Fader gonna kill you? How? You have 21 charges, cloak, 900 HP, spells to protect yourself. No reason to be that scared. They killed her with Necro ulti, which is now on cooldown, obviously. Right here you lead. I mean, it should be impossible for him to escape this situation. It's like literally the only way he can escape. You guys have 2 ways to stop his TP, and the TP is the only way he can get out because you have such good chasing. The purpose of this spell is to purge his fucking Ghost Shroud. It's a slow hero, 325 MS. You have Wind Run, you have Tiger Slow, you have Phantom Strike, you have a Shackle. You literally hit him while moving. He's not getting away by walking, you don't need to root him. Just save the spell for when he casts Ghost Shroud, insta let it go to purge the Ghost Shroud, that's all you have to do. And, you know, combo it with the Purifying Flames here. Like, you guys need to, I'm sorry to put it this way, but like, you need to fuck up really badly to not kill this Necro here. And you basically, like, there are a lot of ways this can go, and there's very few ways in which the Necro survives. And you guys managed to, you know, go for that, create that scenario. No fakes 1 to 3. Not supposed. This is not live coaching. It's we're doing replay that he's gonna watch later, right? It's just replay analysis. Once again, PA dies. I'm not sure if you try to save him with the Fate's Edict this time. I'm not actually in range here. So maybe some unfamiliarity with Oracle. I don't know how many games you have on him. But yeah, you have to know like what is actually purgeable and what isn't. At least now you actually farm a little bit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I can tell you right now, out of the spells on the enemy team, the only thing you can purge with the soft dispel, right? So ulti is a strong dispel, it's called strong dispel, that purges a lot of things, including stuns. This is a weak dispel or basic dispel. Right, so the only thing you can remove with that is nothing that Witch Doctor does. Like we're talking like debuffs from your team. Nothing that Necro does. You can remove Viper's poison attack and corrosive skin. You can remove the slow from enchant, and you can remove Earth Spirit's ulti, silence, and slow. That's it. Nothing that Necro Witch Doctor do can be dispelled. So, no point using. You mean like, I mean the spell from your teammate, obviously.
Radiant's middle tower.
You can obviously dispel the Ghost Shroud.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, 13 minutes in, you haven't left. If you look at the heat map of your movement on the minimap, it's gonna be like this. Like this tiny corner of the map, and you haven't left it for 13 minutes, which is bad. There's very few games where that's the right play.
Dire's middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Just pushing
is
bottom.
under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, now you take an empty lane.
Tower is under attack.
This is the first time you're actually doing something. Like it's ironic, but it might not seem like this, you know, in a straightforward way. But this, by doing this, you're actually helping your team. Why? Because now you have a new item. You have a Glimmer Cape, and with that item, you can actually help your team. By just sitting behind someone with brown boots, you're not helping anyone. So that's good. You got this Glimmer Cape.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We talk about like space for you to farm, empty lane bottom, right? No one is farming this. Let's actually go back, see how long it's been empty for.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wind Ranger gets this tower. Gets the knight, okay.
Has been denied. Dire's top
You
tower
respawn
is under
here.
attack.
Walk out, you don't TP, that's good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And bottom lane is empty, since 14-14. Wind Ranger goes to farm the jungle, then goes somewhere else. 14-14, that's it.
Middle tower is
Ah, okay, actually, my bad, he goes back there for a little bit. Gets like 2 creeps, okay, 15-20. Bottom lane is empty.
Dire's middle
They're pushing
tower
mid,
is under
you guys are not defending. It's at 15-40, right? And she comes here to
top
take
tower
off.
is under attack.
Okay, 16-40 still. Bottom lane is empty.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think you gotta like. I mean, Oracle spells, they're a bit complicated because they all have different effects and stuff depending on casting on enemy, ally, whatever. But you seem to have a very like wrong understanding like of what Fortune's End does. So this nukes them, then heals, right? It's the same for both enemies and allies. For enemies, you want to prevent the heal part. Obviously, you want to nuke them but not heal them. So you cast it, then you purge the healing part with Fortune's End. It purges. It's a basic dispel. You dispel the heal aspect. For allies, you want to prevent the damaging part, right? So you only heal them. You do that with Fate's Edict. Give them the magic resistance, then cast the spell. They don't take damage, but they do get healed. If it's during the middle of a fight, for example, because this not only gives them the magic resist, but it disarms them too. So like, let's say you want to quickly heal someone and then, you know, remove the disarm afterwards. Then you can purge the disarm with Fortune's End, right? You can purge, dispel the Fate's Edict from an ally with Fortune's End. Other combination is to ulti them, then, you know, use this. Obviously they're gonna heal for more. Sometimes you can heal them because it's 360 damage and 396 heal, but obviously I have magic resist, so it's like 270 damage. So even casting it without Fate's Edict, it still heals them for 120. Right, so you can cast a couple of these, but if you want to actually heal them, like when someone is low like this, yeah, just give him the Fate's Edict. Give him the Fate's Edict, and then use them, yeah. Purifying Flames. So it's at 15-20, no one from your team went bottom for a good 2 minutes. Actually, no, still no one is going here. The ninja's just diving in deep. You get the ulti off, that's cool. Try to heal him a little bit. You get some healing on. He should have waited for you, but fine. Like, so this is basically like what you want to do, right? Like your active guy goes in, the Wind Ranger, you save him with your ult. Great. Now your ult is on cooldown for 115 seconds, like 2 minutes. You're still useful without it, but not nearly as much, because this is like your main contribution to the fight. Your team wants to shove bottom. Okay, you can be in the area, give some vision. You see that everyone is here. Alright, like we said, they're strong early game. You guys have no items on Underlord. PA is still busy farming. Your ult is on cooldown. Laguna Blade is on cooldown. This guy's close to Vessel. Don't want to fight here. Alright, you still need to get more items. So, I'm just gonna back off. Now, ETP base. Why? For what? You could be like, no mana, but you have a third of your mana, you have 21 charges. Alright, so what should you do here as an Oracle? Your team is not gonna fight. Right, so what do you do when your team is not fighting? Do you just stand there, watch someone farm jungle camps and leech their XP? No. You wanna be proactive. You wanna help your team. You can do this one move, helps your team in 2 ways in this situation. You take basically the most dangerous farm, the most dangerous lane, and you push it. Right, so A, you're actually getting farm for yourself, not stealing it from anyone else because it's too dangerous. Like PA is not gonna farm this lane, right? Because the whole enemy team is here. So it's not like you're stealing it from anyone, right? It will just be lost otherwise. So, but you're getting farm. That means getting your Etherlands, getting your 4staff, blah blah blah. So you can actually help your team more effectively again. And the second way you're helping by doing that is you're pushing the lane. You're forcing some kind of reaction. Again, make the enemy react. Don't just AFK on your half the map waiting for the enemy to go on someone. That's not how you play support effectively. Be the guy to make them react. Whoops, game just crashed here. Let's restart real quick. I mean, we're almost done with this replay anyway, but let's just go back to it. Finish it up here. I think there were... It looks like an interesting game, to be honest. I think there's a couple more parts to see. Shit, this is so laggy. Trying to scroll through. Oh, come on. Not responding. Oh, it's responding now. Oracle. There we go. Yo, from what up? So I just demonstrated what exactly you need to be doing in that moment. back, it was like here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So it could have been clear to you guys that this push was not going to work out, but whatever. Like at this moment you see that they're all coming, you can't push, so what should you do? First of all, like this is a panic Glimmer Cape, like no one is going on you, just chill, like you don't have to use it yet. All you have to do is step into these trees and wait. Right, again you have, the enemies have very little TP cancel. Witch Doctor, you cancel TPs with a very low range on Cask. Necro, ulti, even lower range. Viper cannot cancel TPs at all. Ange cannot cancel TPs at all. Earth Spirit has the biggest range with his roll. So honestly, they're busy running this way. You can actually just go and get some creeps here. They might instantly turn around to go on you. Then you can TP out. But at least you got some creeps in the process. You made them stop chasing your team. The other play is to just chill in the trees, wait for the creep wave to arrive, and then farm it. But as you can see, they're busy chasing. Like everyone's ignoring creeps. Like you guys went on them here earlier, ignored the creeps at the tower. They're ignoring these creeps and just randomly chasing after kills. Like, just push the wave, man. Kill the creeps. That's what you gotta be doing. Again, this spell one-shots range creeps on a 2-second cooldown. It's very, very easy to get farmed as Oracle. And just one-shotting the range creep is enough to push the wave. You don't need to like last hit every single creep, including the melees. Just nuke the ranged, and the wave will push. Why? Because the ranged stays alive the longest. Otherwise, because it's ranged, obviously, and it does extra damage. It does more damage than the melees. It's piercing damage. So by killing the ranged, your wave will push, and you will get farm, even just from one range creep per wave. This has so much cast range. You have infinite mana to spam it. Because you TP back and what are you doing? Like just again walking around, waiting for something to happen.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Walking around, walking around.
Top tower is under attack.
They're just soloing the enemy jungle. That's a very optimistic play. Yeah. Again, let's take a look at how long bottom lane stays empty, because your team left there because dangerous, but you should not have left there like I mentioned. But let's see, after that, this little thing we showed earlier, where you tip it out and you shouldn't have. Let's see how long this lane stays empty now. 18, 20, your team leaves it. 19, 20. 20. They just get a free tower. So now Lina comes. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Empty lane. Empty lane. This happens all the time, even in the lower brackets. You guys are even at 5-stack and still empty lanes. Who should be on that lane? You. It could be someone else, yeah. I mean, Lina will be even better because her wave clear is a lot better than yours. Could be on the Lord, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Like, just someone should be on that lane. How does the lane stay empty for 2.5 minutes? It should not be a thing.